It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. But sometimes you gotta do that. I was up.
Rick, bro, I'm gonna your life up. For fun. There's a few times. This is not new. I do this.
50 Cent has once again humiliated Diddy, and this time it's personal. In his latest bombshell, 50 Cent doesn't just aim to tarnish Diddy's reputation, he's practically dragging it through the mud. His accusations are fierce, his claims outrageous, and his determination to expose the dark underbelly of Diddy's world is relentless. So what's the latest dirt he's dishing out? Well, buckle up, because it's all about those infamous parties, the ones everyone whispers about, but no one dares to speak of publicly.
There's nobody in control of me. Like, I do what I want to do. So, I'm deciding to your life up.
Let's dive right in, shall we? 50 Cent isn't just making baseless claims here. He's painting a picture of debauchery, deceit, and downright disturbing behavior. According to him, Diddy's parties weren't just your average celebrity shindigs. Oh no, these were events of another kind entirely. They were the kind of gatherings that could make or break a career, where the rich and famous would engage in activities that would make the average person's skin crawl. And, as 50 Cent alleges, the real kicker? These sordid affairs were all caught on camera.
Complete with very, very serious and salacious allegations, including allegations that Combs had cameras throughout his home.
Well, if he really was filming everybody, I mean, he had a lot of people at those parties, right?
That's right, folks. 50 Cent claims that Diddy had hidden cameras all over his mansions, capturing every illicit moment, every whispered secret, and every compromised position. Imagine that some of the biggest stars in the world unknowingly caught on tape in the most vulnerable and incriminating situations. It's no wonder that so many celebrities are keeping their mouths shut about the recent lawsuits against Diddy. They're probably terrified of what might be on those tapes.
So, it's just crazy. Just read.
But 50 Cent, he's not afraid. In fact, he's almost gleeful at the prospect of getting his hands on this footage. He's hinted that he's willing to pay top dollar to acquire it. And when he does, he plans to unleash it all in his upcoming docuseries. Now, if that doesn't send shivers down Diddy's spine, nothing will. Because let's be real, once those tapes see the light of day, there's no coming back from that kind of exposure.
In the documentary, I think a lot of people thought that he was just joking around. It turns out he's not. So this is actually a real project that's being made under his G-Unit movie.
So what exactly happened at these parties? Well, according to the rumors that 50 Cent is only too happy to perpetuate, these weren't just wild nights with a bit too much champagne and some bad decisions. No, the allegations go much deeper, much darker. These were freak-off parties where anything and everything went down. Substances were allegedly flowing like water, and workers in the adult entertainment industry, including underage individuals, were reportedly present in abundance. The vibe was less glamorous Hollywood soiree and more underground debauchery, with Diddy allegedly orchestrating it all from behind the scenes.
I know that is, I know what usually happens at the Diddy party, or what we told us happened at the Diddy parties.
It's said that guests at these parties were made to sign non-disclosure agreements, binding them to silence. But those NDAs can only do so much, especially when you're facing the kind of heat that Diddy is right now. The accusations are flying fast and furious, with some alleging that these parties were more than just a playground for the rich and famous. They were, according to some lawsuits, grounds for criminal activity, including human trafficking. And as if that weren't enough, 50 Cent's docuseries promises to delve into all of this with a particular focus on those who have remained conspicuously silent throughout Diddy's legal battles.
They once worked together a long time ago. They're not friends now. They don't like each other. And yeah, 50 has taken every shot, especially when Diddy has been down.
Now, here's where it gets even juicier. 50 Cent isn't just interested in taking Diddy down. He's also throwing shade at the many celebrities who attended these parties and have since zipped their lips about what they saw. Why the silence? 50 Cent suggests it's because they don't know what's on those tapes. They might be sitting on a powder keg of scandalous footage that could explode at any moment. The fear of exposure is keeping them quiet, and 50 Cent is reveling in the power that this knowledge gives him. This docuseries is shaping up to be the most explosive thing to hit Netflix since, well, ever. The fact that 50 Cent is at the helm only adds to the intrigue. He's no stranger to controversy, and his willingness to go where others won't has made him one of the most feared men in hip-hop. This isn't just about settling a score with Diddy, it's about pulling back the curtain on an industry that thrives on secrecy and scandal.
Diddy's public reputation is done.
It's done.
Yeah.
And let's talk about the documentary itself for a minute. We already know that 50 Cent has a knack for creating compelling television, but this time he's outdone himself. The series will reportedly be a deep dive into not just the parties, but also the larger-than-life persona that Diddy has cultivated over the years. It's going to explore how someone who was once one of the most powerful figures in music is now facing a public reckoning that could strip him of everything he's built. But 50 Cent isn't just focusing on the man himself. He's also shining a spotlight on the culture that allowed Diddy to thrive for so long. This is a culture that, according to 50 Cent, turns a blind eye to bad behavior as long as the money keeps rolling in. It's a culture that enables and excuses until finally the dam breaks, and when it does, the fallout is spectacular.
So that's just competitive.
Competitiveness.
All right, so you and Diddy, you and Puff cool?
No, I don't really rock with him.
Okay,
like that.
damn, all right. I didn't know what that meant.
Okay,
All right, okay.
So what can viewers expect from this docuseries? If 50 Cent's track record is anything to go by, it's going to be a wild ride. He's hinted at exclusive interviews with insiders who have firsthand knowledge of Diddy's darker dealings. He's also suggested that the series will feature never-before-seen footage that could change the way the world views some of the biggest names in entertainment. In the end, this isn't just about Diddy. It's about an entire industry that's been built on secrecy and silence. 50 Cent is positioning himself as the one who will finally blow the lid off this toxic culture. Whether you're a fan of 50 Cent or not, you have to admit he's got guts. He's taking on one of the most powerful men in the business, and he's doing it with a swagger that only he can pull off. And with 50 Cent leading the charge, it's not just Diddy who's feeling the heat. The ripples of this potential scandal could spread far and wide, pulling in others who've long enjoyed the protection of power and influence. D1, for instance, may not have mentioned Diddy by name, but anyone paying attention knows exactly who he's talking about when he describes the gatekeepers in the industry.
But in this perverted, sick, twisted industry, these gatekeepers do hold access to certain levels, you know?
His refusal to participate in what he called a homosexual act for a record deal is just one more brick in the wall of accusations that seem to be closing in on Diddy.
They will definitely do what they can to try to blackball you, yes. I don't doubt that people have attempted to blackball me.
Then there's Cat Williams, who didn't hold back in his recent interviews, going as far as to imply that Diddy himself had made inappropriate advances toward him.
Because P. Diddy be wanting the body. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did.
Williams' comments, though delivered with his signature comedic flair, carried a sharp edge of truth that's impossible to ignore. When a figure as bold and outspoken as Cat Williams is willing to put it all out there, you know there's something substantial behind the rumors.
For everything I'm telling you, that's why I can say them so freely.
Kid, I need another one. You here, get your number.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Come on.
But let's not kid ourselves, Diddy's troubles didn't start with these recent allegations. For years, whispers about his behavior have circulated in the industry. From his early days at Bad Boy Records to his status as a mogul, Diddy has always had an air of invincibility around him. Yet, as more people come forward, it's clear that the foundations of his empire are more fragile than anyone realized. The lawsuits piling up against him are a testament to just how deep the rot goes. These aren't just petty grievances or minor infractions. We're talking about serious, life-altering accusations that could not only ruin his career but also land him behind bars. The fact that federal investigations are now involved only underscores the gravity of the situation. And with more alleged victims coming forward, it seems like it's only a matter of time before the full extent of Diddy's alleged misdeeds is laid bare.
Man, I ain't gonna lie.
50 Cent's docuseries is poised to be the final nail in the coffin. By pulling back the curtain on the culture of excess and exploitation that has allowed figures like Diddy to flourish, 50 Cent is doing more than just airing dirty laundry. He's potentially changing the game. The series promises to be a no-holds-barred look at the dark side of fame and fortune, and it's clear that Diddy is the primary target.
All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is.
But what about those other celebrities who were frequent guests at Diddy's notorious parties? 50 Cent isn't letting them off the hook either. He's made it clear that anyone who was complicit, anyone who turned a blind eye, could be dragged into the spotlight right along with Diddy. The fear is palpable in Hollywood right now, as stars who once reveled in Diddy's lavish lifestyle now scramble to distance themselves from the unfolding disaster.
Interestingly, we haven't seen the indictments yet. There's been some time lag. I suppose it will take some time to go through all the forensic, evidence.
And let's not forget about the media's role in all of this. For years, the press has been complicit in building up Diddy's larger-than-life persona, celebrating his every move while turning a blind eye to the darker rumors that have swirled around him. But now, as the walls close in, those same outlets are starting to shift their tone. What was once whispered about in hushed tones is now being discussed openly, with journalists digging into Diddy's past with a newfound fervor. The real question now is whether Diddy can survive this onslaught. His empire, built on years of hard work, talent, and ruthless ambition, is teetering on the edge of collapse. If the allegations are proven true, not only could Diddy lose his fortune and freedom, but he could also be stripped of the legacy he spent decades crafting. And if 50 Cent's docuseries delivers as promised, it might not just be the end of Diddy's career, it could be the end of an era in the entertainment industry.
I'm gonna tell you why 50 is literally a diabolical genius. And he's...
As the release of 50 Cent's documentary looms closer, one thing is certain: the fallout from this could change everything. The old rules no longer apply, and the days of untouchable moguls may be over. Whether Diddy emerges from this scandal unscathed or is brought down by the weight of his past, the world is watching. And with 50 Cent at the helm, ready to expose it all, it's clear that the days of secrecy and silence are numbered.
Who the sponsors are. So if they want to harass Cadillac and AT&T, that'll happen.
And once the money comes out,
it's a wrap.
As we wrap up this explosive deep dive into 50 Cent's latest takedown of Diddy, one has to wonder, is this the beginning of the end for Diddy's reign in the entertainment industry? And what about the other celebrities who attended these infamous parties? Are they complicit by their silence or simply trying to protect themselves? We want to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and let us know where you stand on this brewing controversy. Until next time, stay tuned and stay curious.